gentlemen, you are welcome to this course AEM508, and we are on to week 8 of this particular course, and that is the last week. And today we'll be treating the topic agricultural engineers and the public extension system. At the end of this course, the students should be able to state the relevance of agricultural extension to achieving the goal of mechanizing Nigerian agriculture. The students should still be able to demonstrate adequate knowledge of the role of extension agents, including that of other stakeholders in mechanizing Nigerian agriculture. So this course basically is all about the engineering aspect of agricultural science or extension agriculture. And of course, at the end of the day, you'll be glad you actually attended this class, and it's going to endow you with so much knowledge concerning mechanization of agriculture. I want to say thank you for listening, and you have a beautiful day ahead. Hello students, this is AEM508, and this is Module 4, and in the Module 4 we are handling Unit 3, and this is the last unit of this particular course. And at the end of this lecture, the students should be able to explain the relevance of agricultural extension to achieving the goal of mechanizing Nigerian agriculture. They should be also able to demonstrate adequate knowledge of the role of extension agents, including that of other stakeholders in mechanizing Nigerian agriculture. And so, coming to the unit proper, we're talking about agricultural engineers and the public extension system. Introduction. Although agricultural engineering is a fairly new subject, its effect is being felt in Nigeria increasingly. In recent years, it has contributed to agricultural production in the country both directly and indirectly. The number of modern machines used in agriculture is a fairly good index of the progress made in the past few years. And yet, all this progress is insignificant when compared to the development that has taken place in other countries like UK, US, Canada, Australia, etc. This insignificant progress has created a need for deeper collaboration between the Nigerian agricultural engineers and the extension workers for a more accelerated agricultural development. And so we come to the definition, or as agricultural mechanization is defined, especially in Nigeria. Agricultural engineering, as defined by international institutions, comprises of 4 main branches, and these branches are farm implements, rural structures, soil conservation, drainage and irrigation, and finally, number 4, rural. Going by the poor nature of power supply in Nigeria, agricultural engineering in Nigeria is more of agricultural implements and machinery. But in fact, agricultural engineering is a very vast subject and may be defined as the application of the knowledge, techniques, and disciplines of various fields of engineering to the solution of problems arising in the field of agriculture and rural living, with the objective of reducing manual labor, improving productivity, and raising the standard of living of the farmer and increasing the overall earnings per worker. With the establishment of agricultural universities, several agricultural engineering colleges through faculties were established, offering graduate and postgraduate courses. The most important step has been the establishment of agro-industries corporations with the financial assistance of the Federal Ministry of Agriculture. The main objectives of establishing these corporations have been to take over the supply and service functions of the departments of agriculture and to expand them. The other most important development has been in the field of industry, which has a number of factories for manufacturing tractors, power tillers, and several oil engines and electrically driven pumping sets. This helps to quicken the pace of mechanization of Nigerian agriculture. It is not merely the knowledge of agricultural engineering which is needed for increasing production, but also the knowledge of their availability, prices, and upkeep. This has brought about the relevance of agricultural extension to achieving the farm mechanization of Nigerian agriculture. Information can be obtained from one, at the village level, at the block level, at the district level, at the state level, and at the central. 3.2. Fast-tracking agricultural mechanization, the Indian experience and lessons from Nigeria. Collaborative approach. In India, the private sector as well as the government, through their agro-industries corporations, assist in the field as it relates to the supply of agricultural machinery to farmers. To prevent the charging of exorbitant prices for tractors, the government has fixed the price of tractors with the assistance of the Bureau of Cost Accounting in the Ministry of Finance. This organization accepts the farmers very. Agricultural aviation is now gaining ground in India. At present, airplanes and helicopters are being used mainly for spraying pesticides, with future plans to use them for sowing and spraying liquid fertilizers on crops. Agricultural electronics has also begun, and remote control tractors are being designed and tested in some countries. With the successful explosion of an atomic device, India may be able to generate more electricity in the future. The availability of adequate irrigation water as a result of Ganga Kuveri project and the availability of more electricity from atomic energy will make the progress of farm mechanization in India faster. Thus, the future seems to be bright in India. 3.2.2 Development of agricultural implements and machinery. The beginning of mechanization in India agriculture was made by use of improved hand tools and improved bullock-driven implements. Particular emphasis was laid on these items during the first 5-year plans, and slowly more sophisticated implements were introduced. These include power-driven threshers, tractors, and the combine harvesters. Quite a variety of implements is required for carrying out agricultural operations, starting from the opening of the land to harvesting, threshing, winnowing, and storage. These operations include plowing, harrowing, leveling, sowing, intercultivation, application of fertilizers and manures, harvesting, threshing, and winnowing. A variety of these implements were in use in the country in the last centuries. Before efforts were made to introduce foreign implements, a survey of implements used in India was taken. Consequently, under the India Council of Agricultural Research, a country-wide survey was carried out and its report was published. This brought many facts to light. The number of implements used by the India farmer is very large. Some of these implements are crude to look at. Some of these implements are crude to look at, but are very useful, and the consensus of the agricultural engineers of India has been that it would be easier, at least as a first step, to improve upon the indigenous implements in order to increase their efficiency and thus give to the India farmers something which is within their means. To achieve this objective of food efficiency effectively, the India Council of Agricultural Research has now established one research, testing and training center in each state. Some of them have now been converted into regional centers or have been taken over by the state governments. The objective is to improve the indigenous agricultural implements, to design new implements, and to test them in the field up to the prototype level. After the implements have proved to be useful, the prototypes can be given to manufacturers in public or private sectors, and the implements can be sold through them to the farmers. Principles of research. Taking the poor nature of the farmers into consideration, certain principles have been laid down, which are: number one, that the implements and machinery for the India farmers should be simple in construction so that they could be operated by the illiterate farmers and should either be manufactured or could be repaired by the village artisans or mechanics. Number two, the prices of the implements should be within the reach of the ordinary farmer. In this case, the power-driven equipment, and in case of power-driven equipment, the challenge of high cost can be overcome by giving the machinery on hire purchase system or on custom basis or on cooperative basis. The implements, number three, the implements should be light so that they can be easily transported and suitable for the drawn animals. Number four, that the implements should be scientifically tested on a fairly uniform basis throughout India. Number five, in designing the implements, the local available materials can be used or should be used. In the case of soil working and plant working parts, durable materials such as carbon steel should be used. Recently, new developments have taken place to bring about mechanization of agriculture. Owing to the shortage of diesel oil and its increased price, the mechanical operation will have to be restricted to deep plowing, land leveling, land clearing, and other operations which cannot be carried out by bullock power. For short distances, bullock carts are more effective than trucks, hence the necessity for improving them. Conclusion, the need for deeper collaboration between Nigeria agricultural engineers and the extension workers for a more accelerated agricultural development cannot be overemphasized. Experience of multi-stakeholder collaboration and research-based technology development to ensure compatibility with local knowledge and practice is very essential to achieve full mechanization of Nigerian agriculture. And here we have some of the assignments which I encourage you to please take seriously and participate in. Thank you for listening. Remain good and stay blessed.